life. All right, we live on YouTube. YouTube. Y'all bring your ass, nigga. We about to set it up. We about to get it cracking. They's trying to start up. They want to start up the Lotto Ice Spice, and then now they want to try to start up. They want Lotto versus everybody, I guess. So they doing Lotto versus Ice Spice. Now they want Lotto versus Nicki Minaj again. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna take a look at that. Nicki is coming is trending. We are going to take a look. I got a video coming up on members only about her coming back. But until then, we're just gonna go over what people are saying, why people are saying that, and is it possible that she's coming back next week? We'll see. We're going to examine that. Someone asked me, said, Nicki's coming. How soon do you think she'll come back? Super Bowl, maybe? If you are under my members only, don't put it, don't say it in the room. But if you're under my members only, I gave some tea about her and Rihanna. So we'll see what's happening there. Heaven Hollywood, King of Media, we're signing off on Instagram. Y'all come over to YouTube. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, Lotto. We're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about Lotto. Lotto is a good. Let me tell you something. I'm never a big. I was not a big Lotto fan of her looks or whatever, but you could tell she dropped some weight. She dropped maybe about 10 to 15 pounds. And in that freestyle, I ain't gonna hold you. She was looking good. This is the first time I'm really like, okay, I see what some of the people are talking about. Where they're like, yo, Lotto is best. So when I see it in the video, I'm like, okay, all right, I see what they're talking about. I'm never too big to give nobody props. Or if I was wrong about something, I'd be like, okay, she looking all right. She looking all right. All right, y'all. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. IE Network. King of Media Podcast. Let's get going. All right. So we're going to get into some things. It's lunchtime, bitches. Hope all y'all are having a good lunch. On social media, things are happening. Lotto dropped a freestyle. We're going to play it. We're going to play it. Yes, we are. It was to a scissor joint. We are going to play it and we're going to analyze it. Somebody said this one fan base told the rap girls to take it to the booth. Now they crying again. He said, Lotto said, you told me to take it to the booth. Now I took it to the booth. Let's see. I'm gonna come here. Hold on. Hold on, Lotto. The fuck up. All right, hold on. So let's share the screen here. Let's get into the freestyle. I liked it. I was feeling it. I feel what she was saying. She wasn't doing too much. I was feeling it. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Come on now. All right. Let's get up on this. Get up on this. Big Lotto. She's no longer mulatto. Her Joe wanted a freestyle Lotto back. This is my new. This is her favorite song right now. She said that is Scissor. So let's get into it. Big Lotto. Big Lotto. Big Lotto. Big Lotto. Big Lotto.
Damn, this nigga did me foul. He got me losing weight. Tried to go big and now you losing faith. I done seen hoes come and go, so I ain't never phased. That ass my last nigga, ain't no bitch can take my place. Sundress with no panties on, but I wear the pants. I been showing my ass without the OnlyFans. You know the rumors come with privacy. More money, more anxiety. Let this nigga tell it I be tripping for no reason.
Fire.
Of course I took him back. You know I'm Mrs. Get Even. Bitch, I'm Mrs. Last Left. Turn the gang into my staff. No cap. I done checked more pussies than a pep. Smoking on my ex. Shitting on his bitch. Think about my sex. All this water on my wrist. Got him thinking I switched, now big energy just hit. If you think a nigga ain't claiming this, you smoking dick. That's a joke. And it's still giving coke. And I still ain't post my nigga. Made them pull their true religion back out with just a picture. Yes, I swallow every time. How you think I got the vet? How you think I got the lamb? Y'all too easily impressed. Stop comparing me to trends. For I'm smoking on your face. Eyes lower than the bar. I'm from Atlanta, don't get brave. Bitch, makeup needs me. If she don't write rumors weak. Y'all too goddamn gullible. I could do this in my sleep. Disrespect will not be tolerated. 22, I dominated. Yeah, I see the talk. I'm busy celebrating nominations.
Smoking on my ex back tonight. Smoking on my ex back tonight.
Okay, so that's basically the freestyle on Smoking on My X Pack. Now, I'm gonna assume, like I said, I'm not really up on the beefs that is being created with the females until it gets on the Cardi Nicki scale. But I'm going to assume that the shots they're talking about on Ice Spice is stop comparing me to a trend. And of course the Nicki bars um is still giving coke. Now, when she was asked about it's giving coke the first time, what did she say? She wasn't talking about her. That's a bar from something, right? If I'm not mistaken, somebody can help me out on that. I believe when it was brought up the first time, didn't she say something like, "Oh, I'm not talking about her. It's a bar from somewhere." But now, once people once people said they feel as though it's about Nicki Minaj, she knows that people think that. Let's just say, for all intents and purpose, that it's not. I think it is, but no, that's just my opinion. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, that she really was not talking about Nicki Minaj, right? Now she is, because she wouldn't say it's still giving coke, knowing that the first time people thought it was about Nicki Minaj. So she's playing on it like this generation does, right? This generation, one thing I hate about this generation is they want to play on it and and reap the benefits from it, and then say, "No, I wasn't talking about you." Kind of like what Drake and Ice Spice are doing right now. Even though I think something happened behind the scenes recently. But we'll get to them in a minute. But I hate it's kind of like with the Drake thing with Kim, when everybody thought Kiki was about Kim. Kiki, do you love me? Are you? Everybody thought Kiki was about Kim, and instead of Drake coming out saying that wasn't about Kim, he just let it go because he saw it was trending. It kept him in people's mouths, and it kept people talking about him. So he was like, "Fuck it. If they want to think I'm talking about Kim, let them." Right. So it's kind of like the whole thing with this Sweetie and whatever, Sweetie and Offset. Nobody's saying nothing, so nobody's clearing it up. So they're just saying, you know what? Everybody's talking about us. We're all trending. So why tell them the truth? Let them keep talking so we can stay in the news. I hate that. 'Cause that's fake shit to me. If it ain't about this person, don't say it is. If it's not about this person, come out and say, nah, y'all reaching. That ain't about them. That's it. You know? Yeah, she's trending. And that's because Nicki's coming is trending. So we want to see why people said Nicki is coming. Well, I believe it's because she liked a tweet. Somebody, I believe, tweeted something about, do we have a problem? And I think she liked the tweet. Now, this is really, people will say, well, so what? That's not a big deal. But when you think about it, she has not really posted anything in going on 4 weeks. Her last post was 3 weeks, was over 3 weeks ago. So that just shows that she's active and she's on. So in order to be back, you first have to get on the internet. So that just shows that she's on and active, right? She's on and active. Now, she didn't say anything, she didn't post anything, but one thing that I did notice that went over a lot of other people's head. Not talking about, and we're not talking about the Lotto. We're not talking about the. I'm not even talking about the Lotto freestyle. If you noticed, Nicki Minaj fans, what happened today? What got posted today about Nicki Minaj that got posted online? And to me, I think this is, if she is coming back, it's because of this. What got posted? There was something that got posted today on Twitter. It has something to do with Nicki Minaj. And to me, like I said, that will go over the average stand's head because they're not looking at it from that standpoint. I'm not looking at it from the beef standpoint, or oh, she's back because Lotto mentioned her. Lotto didn't mention her, but they assume that the it's giving Coke line is about her. It is the anniversary. Do we have a problem? But it's not that. But to me, this is the reason why she's back. If she is back, so we have to analyze whether she's really coming back right now or not. Because I heard, it was going to be after the court case and stuff like that. The court case is still going. Court case is still going. Right? Sweet dreams, yeah, that was it. Sweet dreams, but that's not what I'm talking about either. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can help y'all out. Yo, so-called Barbs. Yo, so-called Barbs can't even tell me what I'm talking about. I'm disappointed. Disappointed in y'all. Let me see something. Hold on. Let's see if anybody's said in the room. Typical Tyson, ain't you a Barb? I'll give y'all the trail. Let me help y'all out. If she's coming back, this is the reason. Super Freaky Girl has been pulled from Spotify's top favorite playlist. And I said, Nicki Minaj, time to come back and make another banger. Well, whether she pulled it a couple of days ago or not, the reports just came out today. I don't be stalking her to see when she pulls songs. I just go on when the report is made. The report was made today. So whether she pulled it a couple of days ago or not, the report came today. Like I said, I don't be all up and saying, and notice who she pulled, notice who she unfollowed. Only time I see that is when it gets reported. That's what the commentary is all about. So I don't think it has nothing to do with Lotto or Lotto saying it's giving coke. I don't think it has anything to do with that. If she is coming back, I mean, eventually she's got to come back. But I really don't think it's going to be, at least I hope not. I really don't think it's going to be to answer a line from Lotto that may or may not be about her. So while Lotto's got that going on, then she's got the whole Ice Spice thing going on. And people are saying they're surprised what I said about Chloe. I'll explain to what I said about Chloe Bailey. I'm starting to think that people just because I said I didn't like the song, every song that I say I like by Chloe, all y'all say is trash and it's a flop. Then when I finally say, you know what? I don't like this song. Oh, what are you talking about? This song's amazing. This is the most amazing song she's ever made. I was like, y'all niggas is just trolling me because you want to try to go against me. I've come to that conclusion. Y'all don't really like the song. It's that I don't like the song. So that's why y'all acting like you like the song. I thought the song was too short. I'll get on her in a minute. So this week, it's suspected. We don't know yet, but it's suspected to have its biggest drop since it's entered onto the Billboard chart. Remember, up until this point, I think the biggest drop it had was 7. I think it dropped from 3 to 10, and that so far has been, since the record came out, I think only 7 slots was the biggest drop. 6 or 7 slots was the biggest drop. So this upcoming week is expected for that song to take its biggest drop since it entered onto the charts. And I think she's getting ready to gear up and get back with Dr. Luke again and make not another super freaky girl, but do a pop like rap record again. That's what I believe. Documentary and all that stuff ain't really working out right now, so she's gonna have to put that on the back burner and just say it is what it is. Whatever time this legalities are done with this documentary, boom, that's when we'll roll with it. But I'm not gonna mention it anymore. And she kind of allayed to that the last time. She was like, look, it's gonna come out when it's ready. I'm not answering any more questions about the documentary. So there's been no news about the documentary. Now, we'll come back to Miss Super Freaky Girl in a minute. Hold on. So then we got this one. I think I don't think I can play it. I don't think I can play it, but y'all have seen the video by now. You know how the video go. Right? Pray it away. As she's in the churches. Oh my God. She's in the church and she's talking about take it to church, take it to church, take it to church. She actually says take it to church more times than she says pray it away. So y'all gonna tell me, we're gonna talk about Drake in a minute too. Y'all gonna tell me, get Lotto, how y'all feeling about, oh my God. Jesus, baby, it's cold outside. Child.
Coming out tonight. We're about to do this.
Sheesh. You can jump off my rail whenever you want. Hold on. You heard that railing? That shit was right. That ass is heavy, boy. That ass is heavy. You heard that rail shake when she jumped up, when she climbed up on that damn rail? That ass is heavy, boy. Sheesh. I can see why they mad, Chloe. I can see why they mad, girl. So, Ice Spice, we want to say what happened with Ice Spice and Drake. Because remember, Drake unfollowed Ice Spice, right? She was standing right in front of him in the OVO Fest, and he was paying her no mind. Then he makes the song where he says he wasn't talking about Ice Spice, and Drake is a goddamn lie. Just like he said he wasn't talking about Megan. Goddamn lie. He makes a song about Ice Spice and says, Shorty's a 10, but she can't rap or whatever. And then he says, according to Ice Spice, he wasn't talking about her. So now Ice Spice said that she was at Drake's concert in New York, where we found out that he flew her there. I mean, he didn't fly her there. He had her come there as a guest, right? So she said we talked and we linked up. Now I want to see if the follow comes back. This is after Drake flew her out to OVO Fest, right?
They can stay on all night like cool like this too. What's up? We out here, we going. I'm spraying that these verses in the like no.
This is after Drake flew her out to OVO Fest. Drake is paying her no mind, right? Drake's paying her no mind. Now all of a sudden, she's there at his show. She said she spoke to him then, and then she said, "We're Gucci." Let me find that. Let me find what she said. There we go.
Took a shot at you, or you just embraced what people were saying.
He didn't. We spoke about it. He said that was not about me. Um, yeah, that was.
But you embraced it on social media, like, yo, at least I'm a 10 though, or something.
Yeah, and he also appreciated that too. Like, just like being cool about it, not being a weirdo. Like, because people, like, it could be taken
getting their feelings quick.
Yeah,
and then...
yeah. So he was just like, we just linked up for when my shit dropped, when for me like dropped. He was in the city already, I guess, for like his shows or whatever, and we ended up linking up, and we was just chatting, like
we ended up linking up, and we were just chatting. Now, Drake wanted to smash that from the beginning, right? Word has it is that's why Drake was upset. He hit her up, took her up to the room, and she wasn't trying to give him no munch or whatever. She wasn't trying to queef the way she was doing that dude on. You thought I was feeling you? That bitch is a queef. So she wasn't trying to queef. That bitch is a queef. So she wasn't trying to queef on Drake like that video. So Drake unfollowed her ass, and then she was sounding in front of the and standing in front of Drake, and Drake was acting like she didn't even exist. Now all of a sudden she said, "Oh yeah, we." You thought I was feeling you? That bitch is a queef. Oh man. So let me let her finish.
we Gucci, bro.
That's good. How often do you guys get to speak?
So she could say, let me tell you why she's dangerous. Let me tell you why she's dangerous. Because she seems like she's one of them Bronx chicks, right? She seems like she can lie with a straight face. She's like, "We Gucci." And then when he asked her, "So you gonna tell me Drake didn't try to holler at you?" She said, "No, not on no serious tip." And he said, "Oh, so like on the playing rounds tip." She's like, "No, not really on nothing." Stop it. And she tried to say her response to Drake wasn't about when she said, at least I'm a 10, try to make it seem as though it wasn't to Drake. Ebro was like, "Stop it." Exactly. She's trying to play that role like she don't know much. Did Mimosa Chronicles leave? She left and didn't say goodbye. Never say goodbye. Never say goodbye. Yeah. You and me and my old friends, hoping it will never end. Say goodbye. Where did Mimosa Chronicles go? She left? Okay. Yeah, so I'll tell you something. Ice Spice, all right, listen, let's just keep it a buck. I don't think we've seen the best of Ice Spice, and she obviously had to dumb down her music because the lyrics that she had on some of her other songs, like Clarity or whatever, she had songs like Clarity that was pretty, which was a pretty good song, but it didn't hit at the time. So she had to dumb down her music to this Munch stuff, right? So she had to dumb it down to Munch. But if you go back to some of her older records, it's like Glorilla. Glorilla has not always sound like this. Glorilla's older records, she sounds nothing like she sounds now. But she made some adjustments and said, "Let me try this voice, the nigga voice," and everybody caught on to it. But Glorilla's been rapping for a minute. She never sounded like that before. This is the same thing with Ice Spice. Ice Spice has songs that are way more lyrical than Munch, but she sees that Munch, Bikini Bottoms, and Mood. She sees that's what's hitting. Thank you, Marla. Everything's low vibration. So she said, you know what? Let me just go with the low vibrational. No need of me trying to impress people with my lyrical skills because Cardi B came in the game and said, I don't give a damn about lyrics. Cardi B came in the game and said, so what if somebody helps me with my writing? I just care about hits. Now it's getting exposed that everybody got somebody helping them write. But I already told y'all that. I already told y'all that. It's not rap, and especially female rap, is no longer like rap in the 80s. And it's no longer like the male rappers. Because a lot of these male rappers, they don't got brand deals. They're not on magazine covers. They're not posing for Instagram pictures. They're not getting paid to post on Instagram. Only thing they're doing is writing rhymes. So most of them are going to be writing their own shit because they ain't got nothing else to do. Now, when you start becoming a a a popular rapper, that you're doing more than just rapping, aka as AE Drake, AE Kanye. When you start getting up there and you're now a fashion mogul as well as a producer, as well as a rapper, guess what? There's only 24 hours in a day. You ain't going to be able to write all your own shit. That's just the facts. And nowadays, it's not frowned upon the way it would have been frowned upon in the 80s. Like I told y'all before, if y'all if y'all found out Tupac didn't write all his own shit, are y'all gonna say Tupac still wasn't one of the greatest? Nobody writes 100% of their shit anymore. The record labels employ writing teams. They employ writing camps because they got deadlines. And when you're writing all your own shit, there's something that's called brain lock. And record labels don't give a shit about no brain lock. They got a deadline to make. We got to put this album out by this amount of time. We got this day booked in the studio, that day booked in the studio. We're not trying to hear you talk about your brain locked. Okay, so while you're brain locked, let me call up Quentin Miller. Let me call up Brinks Billions. Let me call up Partisan Fontaine. Let me call, while you're brain locked, we're going to get someone else in here to shoot some ideas at you, and maybe that will unlock your damn brain, because we got to finish this album. So the same thing with Tupac when it came to when it came to Me Against the World. Tupac had to be finished with Me Against the World. I'll tell this story. Tupac had to be finished with Me Against the World. He was coming up against the time limit, because he was also writing on the Outlaws album. He was also filming 2 movies. He also had features that he had to do. He also had to mix down the other album he was working on. So he was like, I'm only one person. I got to finish up Me Against the World. Yo Tretch, that's his boy. He can obviously write. He can obviously rap. He obviously knows Tupac's style. Yo Tretch, I need your help. I got to finish up this Outlaw album. I got my other album I'm working on. I'm working on All Eyes on Me. Yo, I need your help. I got to finish up. I got to write this song, If I Die Tonight. Can you start this for me? And then I'll get you do the reference on it, write some, and then I'll just pick it up, and boom, I'll come in and from there. Tretch, that's his homie. You ain't gotta put it on no paper. You ain't gotta pay me nothing. I'm here to help. What you need? If I die tonight, give me half hour. That's it. Writer's block. Thank you. Thank you, Alvin Lee. Thank you. Not brain lock. Writer's block. What's going on with Tory and Jay Prince? I don't think anything's going on with Tory and Jay Prince. If I'm Tory, I'm very upset at Jay Prince because Kelsey is over in the Jay Prince camp. So if I'm Tory, I'm upset at Jay Prince because you let your homegirl come there and pull an okie doke. You said how you was rocking with me, but now your homegirl is smashing a dude over there. You think he want to hear about Kelsey was messing with Tory? You think he want to hear Tory say, oh, I was giving both of these girls good dick? So anything to get Kelsey off. Anything to get Kelsey off. Right. He's taking him. He wants the settlement agreement thrown out. But the hold on, Mimosa. Are you talking about Jay? Oh, did you hear about what's going on with Jay Prince and Tory? Jay Prince claims he was forced to sign. Oh no, Prince. Prince, yes. Oh, Prince. Okay, yes, Prince and Tory. What happened is Prince says he was forced. He was forced to sign the settlement agreement under distress. They threatened him. If this gets back to LAPD before the sentencing. Could that have an effect? Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy. No, not Jay Prince. Not Jay Prince. Prince from Love and Hip Hop. Tory ain't threatening Jay Prince. Jay Prince is the old man, not Jay Prince. You talk about Prince from Love and Hip Hop. Oh yes, thank you for that, Mimosa. He wants to. He's gonna put that out there. Man, oh man, oh man. That's way they are releasing a new story that Jay Prince and Tory. Okay. Well, you have to remember something. It might be. It might be. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have to remember, he is coming back. He has lawyers now. He's got lawyers who play dirty, right? So the prosecution's gonna say, okay, he got David Keller or David Kenner, and then he went and got this douchebag Jose Cortez. All right, we gonna have to play dirty because we gotta make uh this verdict stick. If he is not accepting the verdict and he wants to try to say that, oh, they need a new trial, if you're going to convince them to a new trial, you're basically saying that there was something dirty done in the first trial. Because you got to remember, you're talking to the judge who did the first trial. So they're not just trying to get an appeal. They're trying to get a whole new trial. In order for them to do that, they have to basically say the judge was dirty. You think the judge is just going to sit there? Either the judge was dirty or the jury was biased. You think they're just going to sit there and make and let Tory's lawyers make them out to be dirty? So they're going to say he got dirty lawyers. Now we're going to have to play dirty. We're going to have to go and answer and ask the people and find out what we know. Now we're going to dig into that settlement. We're going to go and ask him, did you really settle? Shake him down. Did you really settle? You better tell the truth or we're going to drag your ass in the court and find out the truth. It's a dirty game. LAPD, they want their you to give a verdict, and they're not used to people not accepting it. So when you see people not accepting it, they get insulted and say, you went to a court of law, you were judged by 12 members of your peers, and they said guilty, and you are not accepting it. Now you're trying to make it seem as though like we were doing something dirty. Okay, got something for your ass. I mean, so if he's doing what he's supposed to do, they're doing what they're supposed to do. So because he's asking for a new trial, now if they deny him the new trial, he will obviously try to get an appeal. Now, the reason why they're trying to get a new trial is because if they get a new trial, he'll probably take the stand this time. See, in an appeal, he can't take the stand because an appeal is just an appeal of the case that just happened. So an appeal, you can't bring back Megan, you can't bring back Kelsey, you can't bring back the other guy. An appeal, you just have to present new evidence or present evidence that the evidence that was presented wasn't enough or was fraudulent. But if you get a new trial, then we got to do the whole thing over again. That's what they're going to try to get first. If they can't get that, they're going to say, okay, the second best thing is an appeal. I didn't blame him. Who blamed him? I didn't blame him. I said what they're saying. I never blamed them at all. I didn't say anything. I said what they are saying. Yeah, you can bring new evidence. Yeah, you can bring new evidence, but you can't testify. Oh, you can't say, okay, on the appeal, I'm going to testify. They're not going to allow that because it's really just appealing the verdict of what happened in the first one. So, yeah, you can bring new evidence if they allow it. But what you're mostly doing on an appeal is going over the evidence that was presented, and you have to show them why it was fraudulent or why it wasn't enough or why that evidence shouldn't have been allowed or something like that. An appeal is just appealing the decision of that verdict. So they rarely allow new evidence because they're going to say you should have bought that the first time. That's the reason why Jose Baez said, I wish he would have had me earlier, because then he would have probably convinced Tory to testify. So it's going to be very, very hard to get that judge to admit, oh yeah, we made a mistake. It's a new trial. It's going to be very hard to do that. An appeal is much more likely. But then you got to start looking at the percentages of appeals that are won in LA. It's not very high. It's been done. It's not impossible. But you usually have to come with overwhelming evidence that they can be like, oh man, I don't see how I missed that. Oh, this puts a whole different light on things. Or you have to come with something, a procedural error. An error that happened within the procedures of what they did. Okay, so one thing about that, no hate, when I watched Holly sing during the Disney anniversary, my mom and I were in tears. When we watched Chloe's VMA performance, they were cringing. Okay, so what song did Holly sing? What song did Chloe sing? That is a with all due respect, that is a bad analogy. Because what during VMA performance, what was she singing? Have Mercy? What was Holly singing during the Disney for a Disney song or a church song? It's no comparison. It's no comparison. When are you ever going to cry over somebody's VMA performance? It's a terrible analogy. I appreciate the comment, but that is a bad analogy. You can't compare a VMA performance of her doing Have Mercy when she's dancing and bumping and grinding on the floor, as opposed to Holly singing a Disney song, a sentimental Disney song. It's no comparison. All right, so writer's block is what it's called. Thank you. I just take a team. We chose. You did me dirt. Like, what did I do? Like, all right, guys. Let me get about you. All right, I'm gonna see y'all later. Make sure y'all follow my Moments Chronicles. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to my mods. And yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow. Live. Peace. Y'all be safe. Drive safely if you got to drive home. As soon as you close your door, lock them. Lock your door before you start fiddling and looking around in the car and this, that, and the other. All right?